Hey guys, today we're going to be doing something a bit different. A lot of people on the server have been asking to see what a large-scale fleet engagement looks like. So I'm going to be going through a fleet engagement from 4 or 5 months ago that I still have footage from that is ready to be OPSEC released. Some things to know about this fleet engagement. At this point on the server, my faction and our allies had weak ships, but many of them. So our objective in this fleet battle was to take out and focus as many enemy ships as we could. As you can see here, when I'm firing these torps, they are actually being coordinated with every other ship in the fleet. So all 8 ships are firing their torpedoes at once to try and take out one single Laconian target. As you can see on the screen, there are a lot of drive signatures, and a big part of fleet battles is managing your distance to enemy targets. So while I was in torp range of a lot of targets, I am actively trying to stay out of railgun range. You can see here there's going to be a couple railguns that fly by me. Luckily they missed, but as soon as that happens, I immediately turn and start vectoring in a different direction. This is why ship speed is very important, especially if you're in a weaker ship. Once we isolated one Laconian ship away from the rest of the fleet, we started engaging them in CQB and just focusing them as much as we could with all of our ships. Once those ships in CQB confirm that the enemy ship is disabled, I immediately start moving towards the ship that we are focusing to see if I can get in better range. We're talking on comms, making sure that the ship is disabled enough for us to start moving in and really start just wailing on it. Again, this whole time we're all watching the other drive signatures around the fleet and just monitoring how close they are to us and seeing if we can stay far enough away while isolating this one ship. There are a couple NPCs they were dealing with at the time, so we do manage to isolate this ship, and we all get to take a couple PDC passes on it and basically just absolutely massacre the ship, which is pretty fun. Not sure what was really going on in the Laconian comms at this time, but they seem pretty content to let this ship die or get close to dying. You can see here I take a CQB pass on this ship and see if I can, just really do some damage. We have 4 or 5 ships all circling around this one ship, hitting with railguns and with PDCs. After I take a couple passes, the biggest thing in these fleet engagements is to know when to call it quits. So we have a couple ships who are trying to maybe get away from the fight to survive this fight because we're heavily outnumbered. The Laconians are starting to actually notice us and come to the rescue of their lost ship. And so once we are content with the damage that we've done to this ship, we have to decide what our next course of action is. A couple ships want to try and get away, so we either need to make a distraction or I'll leave at once. So you can see I will break away from the main fight and start vectoring towards all of the other LAC and VND targets, which are moving straight towards us at this point. So the shit is about to hit the fan and we get to decide who is going to live and who is going to die. I decide to go on a suicide CQB run, and you can see me start vectoring towards the whole fleet and trying to get one of their ships in particular, at least do enough damage to cost them a lot of money. Just straight into the fray. There's probably, look at the clustering on their ships. I'm about to be in range of like 3 or 4 ships. Obviously, this does not go well for me. I get absolutely obliterated. I think the torps come in right about now and just completely destroy my whole ship. My biggest advice for all these players who are asking about large fleet PvP is to be well coordinated and to have numbers on your side if you can, and if not, then to stay together as close as possible and do not let yourself get separated. PvP on the server is heavily based on pilot skill, numbers, and situational awareness. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit subscribe.